Hey everybody, welcome to Sodbuster Living, and this is a small series on just us trying to live small and minimalist as possible. We are a family of 7 living in almost 1,300 square feet, and we live here. So we are a homeschooling family. We're here all day, and I thought I would kind of take you on our journey and show you different areas in our house that I have finally set up well to fit our family. And I hope you enjoy these series. I don't know how consistently they will be put out. We've lived here since March of 2020, and so it's been about 1.5 years of just trying to figure out the system that works best for us. With minimalism, you kind of think you figure things out, and then you add a little bit or you take a little bit and you just make things work well for your family. So in this series, it's not going to look like everybody else. This is, again, what is working best for us and how we are living as minimal in our family as possible, but also realistic. So I hope you enjoy these series, and thank you so much for watching, and let's get to our main video. So this is my hallway. My bedroom, the boys' bedroom, the bathroom, and our living room front door. Okay, so this has just been a constant work in process, and I keep coming back to this setup. So I'm going to assume that this is the right setup for us. The only thing I don't like is that down there. So we're coming into wintertime. This has our hats and gloves, and honestly, when we're getting ready to do stuff, what happens is it ends up mixed in with the laundry. But this genuinely is just the best place for it. I just haven't figured out a good system. Everybody dumps the whole thing out looking for gloves, looking for hats. Separate compartments we would need something here for that. So, still working on that. Because I'm leaving it on, it's just in the background. Heavily Minded Home has this playlist, and that's what I'm listening to in the background. So if you hear that, that's what it is. Anyway, I'm asking my husband to put another shelf here. Now, this kind of prohibits it from being a good deep shelf. It would be a narrower one, but I think I could still end up using it for extra blankets, certain things like my camera bag, and even some of the stuff that we just don't get to that often, and that would free up more space here if I so need it. Again, I'm trying to become minimalist, but I'm also trying to really utilize good space techniques. So as of right now, we're starting to pull out winter coats, and this is kind of what it looks like right now. Insofar as our minimalist go, I don't have as much say in this household when it comes to certain things. I'm trying to find a very respectful way to put this, but my husband has an idea of how things should be, and I respect that, but it trickles down to the children, and again, I have limited say. So maybe this isn't necessarily what a minimalist looks like, but again, going back to the definition of minimalist, it works for our family. So this, with the exception of this, my daughters are still in their bedroom that doesn't have a wall, which means it doesn't have a closet, which means there is nowhere for them to hang their dresses. They were keeping them folded in a dresser at one point, but they have a smaller dresser now, which means these get hung up. And so that's where these are right now. Then I have one lighter sweater or jacket for my one daughter. She has this really fun sweater, and she has a jean jacket. Now, as much as we love this one, it's kind of our favorite, and it's the first one pulled. Putting it with something like this dress clashes really much. So the jean jacket works better, but this can work for jeans and whatnot. So that's kind of where that was going. And the jean jacket It's something that her sister painted for her, so that kind of has a special meaning. Then each of my boys have a coat like this. So this is my youngest boys, and this is a 6'7", and this will fit him. I got it big. He's a 5 now, but I got it big because then I can use it for multiple years. I picked these up at Walmart last year when they were clearance down to $10. I did not see them go any lower than that, and I grabbed them. And I was very thankful for the ones that I got because, yeah, next time I went to see if they were lower, they barely had any, and they wouldn't have had the sizes I needed. Here is his lighter coat. And he has one kind of more of a silky rain block, or more like a snow, what you would use in a snow coat. If the snow or rain gets into this, these end up getting very heavy. So, but these work well for like church and whatnot, or even being at an event where you just leave your coat on. This kind of makes it look a little bit nicer. So that's why we have that. My other two sons have an obsession with sweat jackets. So we're going to get to that. This is my one son's. He also has a jean jacket and loves it to pieces. This is one of his sweat jackets. He is wearing one currently. They are out biking. So there's two, and he also has a coat like this and a more winter type one for snow and whatnot. He also has another one. I'm trying to remember what other one. Oh, wait. He has let's see, what? He has another one, but I make him keep it out in the garage, so I don't know which one. My daughter has a bunch of these sweaters that we wear over our typical shirts. I don't have a whole lot of long sleeve shirts. I just, layer up, basically. So she has a lot of these. Actually, this is my younger daughter's. She just has a lot of these that she layers up with her church clothes. This one is my older boy's, and he has at least 3 sweat jackets. At least. And he has one like this, but it is a denim jacket with the sheep type layering inside. Oh, because I couldn't find another one like this. So they all have that. He also has a more thicker coat. So, and then like I said, on top of that, he has 2 leather jackets and one kind of, I don't even know what to call it. This is from our local coffee house. This is actually my sister's jacket, but we leave it out here because sometimes one of us will wear it just for warmth. This is my husband's. This is a sweater that I typically live in. You've seen me in a lot of these. This is my church coat. I think this is wool. 80% wool, 20% polyester for this. So this isn't completely wool. And then the lining is polyester. But that is that. This was given to me, and I can't imagine how expensive that was. So, a little big, but I don't really care. It's wool. And it's very warm. This is kind of what started the whole trend for these jackets. My husband has had this since high school. No joke. And it has lasted forever. And then he has this one. This is his lighter coat. Then he has this one. And he has this one. And he has 2 more somewhere. Hold on. He has 2 more of these that he got when he was working at the mechanics. And he has this vest. And then he has another sweat jacket. So he has all of those jackets. This is my daughter's church jacket. And while I hang this back up, again, with the church jackets, because we do end up going to different functions where it's nice to have kind of a thicker jacket in the building. It works for our family. So I'm not here to I don't know where I was going, but I'm not going to just declutter because I'm like, okay, we have more than 2 jackets, a lighter and a warmer. But going into functionality, that would be enough for me. And then the last one my daughter has, she has her jean jacket, which I don't know if she can still wear this, but she painted the nutcracker on the back. So I think that's why she's kept this one. It just has a little more significant meaning for her. So that is all of the coats that we have in here. And if you have a different lifestyle or anything and don't need that many, definitely downsize. These are our hats. I use this one pretty consistently. I burn it very easily, and in the summer I live in that. This is more of a practical hat. Honestly, I don't think we have worn these. Actually, well, wait a minute. This one has been worn. I'll keep that one. But I don't think that's really been worn. So we'll just get rid of that. See what we find when we start showing off. But that's just kind of where these are kept. I don't really have another place for them. Then we get to all my containers. So here I have electronics. We call it the electronics box. It's got Bluetooth charging, ear pods, and some headphones should be in here. And these are what we tend to grab pretty consistently, daily, if not multiple times a week. This actually keeps falling off of here, and I need to find another place for that because there is a busted bulb in here. And I want to take care of that carefully. And then I just keep my purse, and this actually goes in the car, but I took them off and brought them inside, so that's just where I keep that. This has office supplies like envelopes and Sharpies and Post-it notes and staples and all kind of things that you can think of for office supplies. This has tape. So this has packing tape. I ship a lot of packages. So this has extra packing tape because it's cheaper to buy like a 4-pack than it is just one. It has masking tape. It has duct tape. It has painter's tape. It just has all of that. Except for like office tape. That would either be in here or in a drawer in the kitchen because that's used more often, and I don't like taking this down. These aren't taken down pretty regularly like the other stuff is. And then this is something that I would love for it to be out in the garage, but it will dry out. This is all of my husband's different glues. So baseboard glue, wood glue, caulking, all of that. So stuff that he doesn't want the extreme temperatures to mess with. And then these two are books that were loaned to me, and they need to go back. But it will be several months before I can give them to her, so I'm just keeping them there. And that's this closet. Again, hats and gloves and our laundry. And then over here, I'm just going to start at the top. We have more buckets. I lost this and then I found it. And I keep trying to find time to just sit down and do it. This is a murder mystery quilt, or a Sherlock Holmes quilt. So you make it and you get to kind of experience a mystery while making it. I cannot wait to do that. I just need place and time to do it. This is, okay, let me get back to where I was. So this is a hair cutting kit. This is the one my husband typically uses. This houses all of our audio CDs. So there's like Narnia and I think even some Adventures in Odyssey and G.A. Henty and all of that. They're all in here. Bed hardware. This just certain of our beds can be made into bunk beds, or they can be used as single. And so this is all the extra parts. This is extra batteries. This is my iron. This is extra pieces to vacuums. We have a canister vacuum and we have like a floor vacuum. Best vacuum ever. Seriously, I've gone through a lot. I've done a lot. As a housekeeper, I've used a lot. My favorite. This is my nemesis. These are all of our extra cords that I am not allowed to get rid of. So they just go in here. My camera bag, so that it can hold what I'm using now. It can hold other things. I just put it all in here and it works fantastic. This is a hair cutting kit that my son got from a job he did, and he loves it. And it just goes there. This was my daughter's coin jar, and she doesn't need it anymore. So honestly, I reuse these jars all the time for different things. So it's just sitting here until I have a purpose for it and can figure out how to take these stickers off, because honestly, I love it, but it would drive me crazy. This is a, basically you create this wind, it's a stem kit, and you create this house that can be run on a windmill, and so it'll light up and all of that. It's a lot of parts. It's going to take a lot of time to put together. Here we go. But I thought it would be a great winter project. So I'm saving that. My kids absolutely loved the Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. So I picked that up after we watched that movie to kind of have as a project for them. So I'm saving it for that day. And then this had our extra pillows here for like when guests come. But what happened is, like, it just took up so much room, and every time somebody would pull a sheeter out, the pillows were constantly dropping. So they have a new home now. These are our extra sheets. I have an extra bottom, an extra flat, and an extra pillowcase for a twin. I have one extra queen that honestly we kind of use for our blow-up mattress because it doesn't fit our queen very well. And I just picked this up. This is a twin mattress with like an eyelet bottom, and I actually want to turn this into an apron, but it's just housing here in case we can use it at some point. And then this is my boys what is it, pillow sham for their bed. I just fixed it. So it's here because they have clean stuff. And then these are all the games. So this is pretty simple and basic. Games, puzzles, and whatnot. Down here we have our photo albums. We have Connect 4. And then in here are some more games, or Lincoln Logs, card games. Just a hodgepodge. It's all kept in here. I probably will try to find something a little more solid than this. This isn't very, this is kind of heavy. Too heavy for this. So I will be looking for that. We did have a good basket in here, but the basket was this size and it really was too big for what I needed. These are our towels. These are the ones that I purchased when we got here, and these were the ones given to me. But you know what? They were free and they worked out well. I did have some really large ones that I loved and paid good money for. You know, when I got here, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get the best towels. I'm going to get those really, really big ones that just you can wrap your whole self into if you're larger like me. But you know what? What we found out when we got here? One thing that we do with our towels is we hang them over chairs to dry during the night so we can reuse them another time before they're washed. Those big towels take a long time to dry. Very long time. And the more humid it is, the longer it takes. And so they really weren't purposeful for us. So they went, and again, somebody had given me these, and there's 5 towels here. Okay, then this is our snap circuit stuff. And then this one on top is like you can create a maze for your marbles. These are magazines because right here is the bathroom. So that's where I have the magazines. This I got it for Christmas, but I think it's been pulled out maybe once or twice this year. Maybe 3 times. And I think it's just going to go back to the mama that got it because her kids are probably about the age where they will really enjoy this. we'll see. I have a box of blocks. This is my really fun Goodwill find. This is a pretty good sized box because there's a ton here, and I plan on saving these for like grandkids. I got this whole box for $2.50 at a thrift store. Extra cars, paper towels, and some toilet paper. And that is pretty much my hallway, and you know how I kind of store different things. This honestly is the hardest thing, just because you do see it so often, either going to the bathroom or going into a bedroom, and so trying to create something eye-pleasing has been in the works for a while. But I think I just keep coming back to this, so this works well for us, this setup. And the only other thing in our hallway is this dehumidifier, which is so foreign to us Californians. So a dehumidifier takes moisture out of the air so that you have less things like mold. Again, this being the bathroom, what we would find happen is that right here, just right above the toilet, would drip water. So in the middle of the night when you had to go, you would end up with cold water on top of you. And it was not so fun. So my mother saw what we were experiencing, probably felt it too, and sent us a dehumidifier. So this has been amazing. I just take the water that is sucked out and I just use it to water my plants. And I think if we ran it consistently, we would probably be emptying it out twice a day. But I just do it once, to be honest. As long as, you know, it isn't above 60, we're good. And I just emptied it. So this is the hallway. Oh, I guess I should talk about wall art. So right here, this is my hallway. I have this that I have plans to put on this wall. So tell me if you can figure out why we had a problem with this. Hold on, Johnny. Just no, Johnny. Do you see what the problem is? Me? This needs to go up against the wall. This duct sticks out further than the wall. So we have a problem here. Something I did not see when I picked this up secondhand. So my husband's gonna make this work for me in his spare time, which is why this is not put back up. And go from this angle. So this again is my hallway. At the end of the hallway we have, this is from Freedomons, and I just use this so it doesn't rip my wall. But this is basically kind of like how you would clean a living room. And so she has those for sale on her site, and so I use them here because I know it's a visual. Each room has their SOP, standard operating procedure. Pretty simple. And then this is hanging here, and it will go to my son when he has his own home, because I started cross-stitching this when I was in the hospital with him. We were in the burn unit for 3.5 weeks, and there's only so much you can do in a hospital room. And so I started making this, which means so much more when you aren't living in a home. So there is the story behind that, and it will go with him when he starts his own home. So that is my minimalist hallway. Hallway and closet setup. So I will just kind of start this series, and I hope you enjoyed this tour.